This beautiful soul is Dr. Banzia Tariq. She was a 34-year-old psychiatrist and mental health activist who lived in Basra, Iraq. She was dedicated to using her voice and expertise to reduce the social stigma associated with mental health and seeking help. In addition to helping her patients, Dr. Bond was also a nationally recognized social media influencer, going on podcasts and raising awareness for mental health through educational videos. She was an advocate for human rights, and in one of her videos, she says, quote, "Keeping silent about your rights is what encourages people to continue such behaviors." And since her voice was tragically silenced, I wanted to spread awareness about what an incredible person she was and the many questions surrounding what happened to her. Dr. Bond was staying with her brother at her parents' house in Basra, Iraq, while their parents were on vacation in Turkey. On August 4th, Dr. Bond's brother called his parents and said that his sister had been in a car crash and that she was at the hospital. Their parents rushed home, where they found Dr. Bond's body inside the bathroom of their house. Her father confirmed that he came back to Iraq under the impression that his daughter had been in a tragic accident, and he was shocked to see her body upon his arrival. Despite the brutal manner in which their daughter was found, the family delayed reporting the incident to authorities and cleaned the scene before investigators could gather sufficient evidence. Her parents insist that their daughter took her own life, and they refuse to allow an autopsy, instead pressuring authorities to expedite the release of her body. Horrifying images of the bathroom and Dr. Bond's body have been leaked, and you can find them if you want. I've seen them, and they are truly devastating, so I will not be sharing them here, but I am going to describe some of the evidence and facts in the case, so this is a trigger warning because what she experienced is truly awful. To start, the phrase "I want God" was written on a bathroom wall in Bond's blood, which would have required a lot of blood to write. The rest of the bathroom was also completely covered in blood. Dr. Bond had clear signs of strangulation around her neck, but no rope or other tool was found anywhere at or near the scene. She had identical 9-centimeter long wounds on each wrist, so deep you could see her bone, yet no knife or other weapon was found. Again, there are pictures of this. There are pictures of her wrists, and you can see all the way down to her bone. And you're telling me she did that to herself? Also, she was left-handed, so that would be incredibly difficult to do. She had multiple bruises all over her body, and wounds were found in very sensitive areas with blood in between her legs, suggesting she may have been assaulted. Increasing suspicions is the fact that surveillance cameras in the area were reportedly disabled before, during, and after the incident, raising serious questions about what really happened to Dr. Bond. Despite all of the evidence suggesting foul play, the family insists that Dr. Bond took her own life. Her mother claims that it was work pressure. Her father claims there are journals and writings allegedly showing her struggles with mental health. He asked people to no longer post baseless lies on this subject and to let the authorities' investigators take their course. But merely 3 weeks after her death, Iraq's Supreme Judicial Council has already closed the investigation, agreeing with the family that Dr. Bond took her own life. The council released a statement on August 21st that its official findings, reached through a joint effort with the Basra Investigation Court, the Ministry of Interior's Criminal Evidence Directorate, and the Ministry of Health's Forensic Medicine Institute, cited a number of reasons why her death could be ruled a self-elimination, but it will do little to calm the outrage surrounding her mysterious death. Her colleagues, followers, and activists around the world have rejected the official self-elimination narrative and have demanded a thorough and transparent investigation into what really happened to Dr. Bond. In a powerful display of solidarity, dozens of lawyers, activists, and doctors gathered in central Basra to demand a higher standard of criminal and judicial investigation. Dr. Bond is unfortunately among a growing list of women in Iraq who have been unalived and whose deaths are suspected of being covered up by families or authorities as self-elimination. An article in the New Arab pointed out that this tragedy is the latest in a series of high-profile killings of women in Iraq. Laws against domestic violence are still on hold, and many offenders are not punished. Many online suspect that her brother had something to do with her death. Others allege it may have been connected to the governor of Basra. Before I say anything else, both claims have been heavily denied, and I am just reporting what it says in an article by the New Arab. Dr. Bond's death comes just months after the high-profile unaliving of academic Dr. Sarah al-Abuda in Basra. Surveillance cameras captured the brother-in-law of Basra's governor shooting Dr. Sarah in a remote area of southern Iraq. Durgam Abdul Salam Nima al-Tamimi, the man who killed her, was convicted by an Iraqi court in June, and he was sentenced to death by hanging. His relation to the governor has sparked widespread claims that Dr. Sarah's case is connected to Dr. Bond's. Unverified theories state that Dr. Bond was unalive for refusing to falsify a mental health report for Dr. Sarah's killer. The Basra Health Directorate issued a statement dismissing the claims as entirely false. In a statement on August 14th, the department described the social media allegations that Dr. Bond was part of a committee tasked with assessing the mental health fitness of Dr. Sarah's killer as entirely baseless. The health authority said in a statement, quote, "The late Dr. Bond was never asked to conduct any psychiatric or psychological evaluation of the defendant." The health authority is urging media outlets and social platforms to verify information through official sources. Whether Dr. Bond truly took her own life or not, the premature closing of the investigations into her death, despite the presence of significant evidence of foul play, exacerbates the Iraqi population's anger with a judiciary and a court system that's long been criticized for its perceived inability to enact justice, especially when violence is committed against women and children. In a community largely governed by conservative religious ideologies and outdated notions of patriarchy, women in Iraq endure crippling marginalization on account of their gender across all walks of life. In their homes, on the streets, in the workplace, and especially in the law. Cases of women dying in violence against women are significantly underreported, but official data still show alarming surges in those rates. Iraqi authorities have long dragged their feet in criminalizing family violence. Activists and much of the Iraqi public fear that Dr. Bond has become just another statistic, another outspoken independent woman devoted to caring for others, unalived under suspicious circumstances, failed by the authorities, and ultimately forgotten in the span of weeks. I pray that we learn the truth of what happened to Dr. Bond. Most of all, I pray that her soul is at rest and that she knows the incredible impact that she had both in her life and in her tragic and untimely death. Dr. Bond spent her life fighting for mental health in a country where speaking about it is still taboo. She deserved protection, respect, and a good life. Instead, she became another name on a growing list of Iraqi women taken too soon, with more questions than answers. Too many protesters and women have lost their lives, and it's imperative to speak up for the rights of women and children both at home and around the world.